This episode is sponsored by Rachael Ray Nutrish Natural Food for Cats. Hi guys, I'm Amber Lee and this is Animalist News. We hear so many stories about how us humans are destroying rhino populations. Finally, I've got some good news to tell you all. A man named Liam Burrow became a baby rhino's guardian angel while driving near Kruger National Park in South Africa. As he drove closer to the park, the white rhino stumbled out onto the side of the road looking dehydrated and covered with wounds. Luckily, Burrow was willing to stop and help the poor thing. He sent a friend to go get a park ranger while he stayed and poured water onto the calf. This is unfortunately where the story takes a dark turn. Later on Facebook, Burrow said it was very obvious that the rhino was abandoned after its mother had been killed by poachers. He wrote, "The tragic irony of all this being that the calf had approached the very creatures who are responsible for her being orphaned." Whew, that's deep. In 2014 alone, over 700 rhinos have been murdered by poachers. This could be the worst year for rhinos ever, like in history ever. Why, you ask? Because we can't seem to convince people in other countries that rhino horns don't cure medical conditions. That's what it all boils down to, folks. People being greedy. And although I hate poachers with a fiery passion, I can understand their motivations, I guess. They're being offered sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars for these horns, and if they're poor, well, like I said, I understand their motivations, but it's still inexcusable. And while we usually think of all the rhinos that have been killed, we often forget about the innocent babies that are left behind. Thankfully, the baby rhino that Liam Burrow found is now resting easy at Care for Wild Africa's Rehabilitation Center and has officially been named Shadow. Aw, so cute. Even better news is that his caretakers say there's a huge chance he'll be able to return to the wild. Southern white rhinos like Shadow have been a huge conservation success story. Northern white rhinos, on the other hand, well, there's only a handful of them left. So please share this video and help raise awareness for our rhino friends. If you're feeling especially generous, you can donate to one of the charities down below in our description. And if you want to see more wild animals, please check out our new show on the Animalist Network, Breaking Trail, where we leave the map behind and follow animal enthusiast Coyote Peterson into some of the wildest and coolest environments in North America.
Now, one of the coolest defense mechanisms of this lizard is the fact that it can squirt blood from its eyes. And what they'll do is push all the blood to the front of their face, and their blood vessels burst right at the corner of the eyes and shoot streams of blood out.
I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks again to Rachael Ray Nutrish for sponsoring this episode.